Here's Hicks, number 20 in second. We are watching him now because Ward has got an incredible lead. Yellow flags coming out, warning of something wrong in front. Rider down, a Suzuki rider down. Did not get the number, but it is Jeff Hicks, number 20, running in second spot. Notice that Hicks is picking his way around the track and just checking out different lines. He's not blazing it, not going for it. He's got a good, strong second place and a ride to the main event, except here comes Dubac on the inside. 21 Dubac out of Costa Mesa, California. That is a support ride he has from Yamaha, but he realizes that Yamaha's watching him, and so Dubac's going to try to put on a charge in this heat. First 5 go to the main event. Another reason these riders don't want to push it that hard, they don't want to go down, because you break bones on a track like this. Notice there are no ruts developing. Awfully hard on the suspension. And when you're maintaining your own bike, as Hicks does not have a mechanic, does most of the work himself, you remember that, and you don't want to beat that bike. He's got a factory rider. He doesn't have the luxury of a full-time mechanic and a truckload of parts. So Hicks is babying that bike in the second heat here in Dallas. Oh, Hicks almost goes down. Dubac comes around the outside. Dubac's got him. Now Hicks has got to come alive. It's Dubac in front, and Jeff Hicks now in third spot. Oh, almost runs into Dubac. Dubac, a beautiful job of brake checking him. Did you see that? Dubac brake checked him beautifully, and Hicks backed off. Dubac's a youngster, but he's got a lot of experience. There's number 1, Wardy, who has just lapped Glover. The white flag, and Wardy has lapped the 6-time national champion. And Jeff Ward is on the gas. Talked to his old mechanic, Mike McAndrews, earlier, and he said he's retiring from racing and moving to Vermont with his wife. He's going to do some suspension work for the factory and do some freelance mechanic work. Mick McAndrews, who was with Jeff Ward for 2 or 3 national championships. And there is Wardy, picking his way through the pack. Not taking any chances at all. Wardy is a real conservative rider. He doesn't showboat. He's not a flamboyant personality. Real intelligent young lad, but you don't see he's not the Ricky Johnson type. And he is heading for the checkered flag with about a 7 or 8 second lead over Dubac and Hicks in second and third. Jeff Ward heading for the Champagne Glory and Gold. And here it is. Wardy's got it. He takes it easily. In second spot, we'll go to number 20, Jeff Hicks, as Dubac has fallen way off the pace. Let's go down to victory circle.
Jeff, in the opening laps, you didn't find yourself in your favorite position, which is up front. I watched you, though, down here in the corner. There were 5, 6 guys crowded around you and ahead of you, but it didn't seem to bother you. You didn't worry about getting to the front on that immediate lap.
No, there was basically nobody really that I was worried about, and it's the tracks, they watered it, so it's really slippery. I spun off the gate quite a bit once I got over it because of the water, but that'll dry up and hopefully help out a little bit. But once I got out there, I just went smooth. There goes Ronnie.
Yeah, that one wasn't quite so smooth. That's how not to do it.
That's right. But just really smooth race. It's really slippery. I tried a few lines. I got some good lines out there. I'm feeling strong and smooth, and want to win that main event, but I got to get off the gate. But it is slippery right now. I think everybody's finding that out.
Jeff, of course, when you get into the main, you're going to have Ronnie, you're going to have Brock, Rick Johnson, and it's going to be a little bit different. But indications are right now that there are places to pass on this track. Moving through traffic, no problem.
Yeah, I think getting by the lap riders, there's a few places to get by with no problem. But if I get a bad start, I have to get around Ronnie and Brock and Ricky, and the lines we're using are all the same, and it's going to be tough to get by them. There's going to be a lot of block passing going on, but I'm ready to do it.
Okay, good luck to you.
Thanks, Larry.
Jeff Ward, ladies and gentlemen, he's won one of them this year. He's looking for win number 2 of the 1988 Coors Championship Supercross Series.
In this one, Ricky Johnson, hottest rider in the world today. Number 3, George Holland. Lease, number 7. Number 11, Keith Bowen. 33, Sean Kalos. Number 15, Mike Fisher on the Kawasaki. And here's the start. Down that straightaway, it looks like it is going to be Holland on the inside, Leask on the outside, and Holland's got the lead. George Holland in front, number 3. Jeff Leask, number 7 in second, and number 2, Ricky Johnson in third as he tries to go for second. The 3 Musketeers of Team Honda. And Holland, who switched from Suzuki, I'm sure you know, last year, is out in front on the CR250, and here comes Ricky. Whoa, Ricky doing the Boogaloo two-step there through the whoops. Getting a little bit sideways. Holland in front, number 3. Johnson, number 2, and 7, Leask in third. Holland is a tough rider when he wants to be. He's a real quiet, easygoing lad from the farming country of Northern California. But when he gets aggressive, he is incredibly difficult to pass. He has blocked both Ward and Johnson in heat races. They're unable to pass him if he decides, I don't want you guys to go by. But it's getting Holland to get to that point. It's kind of like the Incredible Hulk. He's a real gentle guy most of the time. So it is number 3, George Holland, Felton, California, up by Sacramento, actually above Sacramento, in front. And Ricky Johnson, number 2, in second. Now, if Johnson should get by Holland, he may start waving to the fans. He loves the Texas fans. And we'll see. He won't do any showboating until he passes Holland, if indeed he does. Johnson to the inside. Holland slingshots around the outside over that plateau. This event promoted by SRO Pace out of Hot Springs, Arkansas. They are the nation's leading Supercross promoters, promote all across the country. Mark Hirsch, the race producer. And oh, Holland gets a little sideways, swaps it coming around that right-hander, and Johnson is on his back tire. Holland gassing it. 50 horsepower these factory 250s are putting out now. And it's incredible. Holland, and Johnson's on him as close as a mini skirt on a Texas blonde, I'm telling you. Double jumping and triple jumping with ease. Johnson on the inside, Holland on the outside. Johnson likes to pass on the inside, and there he goes. Exactly what he's done a number of times before. He will go to the inside when the other rider tends to go to the outside. I think the other rider thinks he can slingshot. Doesn't happen. Let's watch again. That's Holland on the right. Number 3 goes extremely wide. Johnson is, you can't get much closer than that. The rear wheel bucks up, comes back to the ground, hooks up, and Johnson is on his way, and Holland is goodbye, George. You go to second. And Ricky is out in front. Good camera work. Larry Huffman on the microphone. Texas Stadium, home of the Dallas Cowboys. Big stadium with an open roof. And I asked one of the security people here, why is there an open roof? And he says, because God wants to watch his team. But the stands are covered. It's just a huge, I don't know, a 150, 200-foot roof, hole in the roof. The ground is extremely hard. There is the battle for second. George Holland, number 3. Number 7, Jeffrey Leask, the Australian Huckleberry Finn lookalike. Oh, and Leask goes down! He cased it coming up that jump, and wham bam, he was down. So Leask loses third. Maybe not. He's trying to get that bike started. Leask comes back in the fray. I think he may have lost a position or two. Johnson in front. George Holland is in second spot, and now Johnson can play. Oh, 1 lap to go. He waves to the crowd. Let's see what Ricky Johnson does over the triples. When he gets out in front, it's about as exciting as watching paint dry, unless Johnson does something exciting. And a lot of times he'll wave to the crowd, give him the high sign. There he is right there, the high sign. Let's see what he does now. Through the whoops. The crowd reacting. They love him here in Texas. Ricky Johnson, RJ. Morning. Oh! He gives up the 6-shooter sign, it looks like, to the crowd, and they love it in Texas. RJ, born-again Christian, a very serious young man about his racing and about his faith. As he heads for the checkered flag. Got a big, big lead over George Holland in second. You can't even see Holland behind him. Through the tunnel for the final time goes RJ, through the whoops, with the precision of a brain surgeon. Puts that bike just exactly where he wants it. Boy, that boy can ride. Checkered flag. And Ricky Johnson, crossed up completely, takes home the bacon. And George Holland will have to settle for second. Let's go down to the field and Larry Myers. Larry?
I thought, you know, when you went off the triple over here, I thought that you were throwing a couple of double peace signs, the no-hander, but actually you were shooting them. You had your fingers out and cocked like guns.
Yeah, I don't point at them like guns. I figure, you know, if we're in Texas, this is Cowboys, and Cowboys always shoot guns, so I shot them.
How about the track? Let's say you do not get the hole shot in the main that you're looking for. You're going to have Jeff Ward or Ron Lachine out in front. And when you're tangling with the likes of those two guys, you don't have time for anything but serious racing. Now, is there room to catch up and pass on this racetrack?
This track is very difficult, Larry. There's a lot of places to pass, but seeing how it is so slick, if you try to get too creative with the lines, you just end up losing time. So what you got to do is get a good start and just ride aggressive the whole time. It's really hot and humid. If you notice, a lot of guys, myself, are sweating a lot. So I think fatigue is going to play a big factor out there today. But I've done my training. I feel really good. I'm ready to go for it.
Good luck. You're looking for, let's see, is this 4 in a row or 5 in a row you're looking for?